My name is Thierry Souche. I'm in charge of Orange Labs Product and Services, which is the organization within Orange, which brings innovative services and technologies towards all our affiliates in the world.
It's probably fair to say that at this year's Broadband World Forum, the hype and anticipation and discussion around NFV is reaching a kind of critical mass. Why do you think it's come on so quickly in the last 12 months?
Well, first we moved from theory, proof of concepts to the first production implementation for first use cases, first customers. Many companies start with B2B, but we also have some tangible, concrete examples into the network side. And obviously, as you go north in the pile, as you go to value-added services, any type of over-the-top services on top of the network, then you also rip off faster and better benefits, leveraging on such technologies. So I would say it has taken a very tangible path in those last months. We still have to see how it will renovate and re-engineer the lower layers in our networks, because that one is still ahead of us, and there are multiple ways to approach it, from very tactical to very holistic, driving different strategies within operators, so it sometimes creates a little bit of tension and different approaches between operators, but at the same time we are all looking at it, and we are all seeing and anticipating the added value for the operators, although we may go for different paths of implementation.
Tell us something about those respective paths of implementation. What are the options at the moment for operators looking to embrace this technology?
Well, let's talk about Orange. We decided to go very pragmatic on identifying the use cases which would first benefit from it, right? So, and we identified, if I would take a B2B segment, we identified great use cases where NFV plus SDN will bring a fantastic opportunity to go extremely dynamic in offering services to the customers, actually letting them self-provision, self-monitor, self-manage the services on our networks. So it really brings a fantastic differentiation compared to legacy technologies. Or if you would go on the network side, how we do implement what we call new generation POPs with an ability to locate close to the access network, close to the point of presence of the customer, functionalities which today are in the CPE or in the LAN, repatriating back in the network some of the capabilities and differentiating services. We see clear, tangible benefits and clear use cases. At the same time, we are still working out how we would deploy that chain of technologies within the whole network. And that still is, let's say, to be specified more in detail. We have proof of concepts, we have plenty of things which work. We do not yet have the full end-to-end stack running. Now, some other operators may want to take it more holistic, right? And they may want to try and get a full stack running upfront. But then there is probably no other option than taking a totally verticalized solution, maybe proprietary, take one vendor, take their whole solution A to Z, implement, and see if it works. Now, what we see as an advantage is that you may go faster. What we see as a problem is that you may not master what you have implemented, and you may not reap off the benefits as deeply as if you had a clear control on each of the components. So we are still probably observing very various approaches in the industry. We took a choice to go for specific use cases, grabbing the understanding and the technology mastering of those use cases and the benefits, and then expanding gradually as we go the usage of such technologies to more customers, more use cases. So very different approaches on the market.
Thinking about the industry as you've just alluded to it, what's the advantage of the entire industry coming together as it does at the Broadband World Forum?
Well, cynically, there is one fantastic advantage, which is all agendas of all executives are synchronized and we can meet, right? Which Well, looks like a small thing, but it is not, right? We not so often have the opportunity to meet and gather. Now, it's also an opportunity for us to understand the policies and the strategies of other operators and of some vendors, and understand if we can use those keynotes, those sharing experiences, to challenge the way we approach NFV and the way we approach this deep transformation. Well, we have to stay very humble towards such a deep change. And we have to really keep the eyes open and see who is getting a smart move and who we could copy fast, and also maybe with whom we could share experiences and return of experience on the first implementations we had on the field. Because to be honest, we are still at the very beginning of that story. We still have a lot to learn, quite a lot. And I would say at this moment in time, we are very, very interested in sharing with many, many other operators and some of the vendors and see if they have a piece of technologies that we would love to have in our setup.
Thierry, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the rest.
My pleasure.